And we're back to Let's Play Final Fantasy 3. This is just going to be a huge description on all the jobs, save for the last two ultimate jobs, before we get to cave fun times. We're back at the Invincible, hurrah. And let's job it up. I will explain each job from the last two crystal... No, remove everything, thank you. And we'll go from there, and then we'll put our final party together, and we'll go back. Yeah, some of the jobs, not too good in this game. Alright. We went over the Viking. I'll just go over all these really quick. The Onion Kid, basic class you start with, it completely sucks until you get this ultimate gear called the Onion Gear, which is like Onion Sword, Onion Armor, etc. And they become ridiculously like the best class in the game. They do so much damage, so much defense, but all that equipment is rare drops off of dragons deep within the final dungeon, so have fun with that. Fighter, basic fighter in the beginning of the game. All you have is the fighter, the monk, the black wizard, the red wizard, and the white wizard at the beginning of the game. Fighter just, yeah, basic fighter, more defensive. Monk does more damage, less defensive, hits double. White wizard, you know, white magic, you know that. Black wizard. The upgrades for these guys are the shaman for the white wizard and the warlock, which we'll get into later. Red wizard is... he's kind of useless in this game much faster than he was in the first game. You get some gear forms, some special swords, and you should use them in the beginning of the game, at least one character, just to take advantage of that. The hunter, I don't really use this guy. He's probably the best with the bow other than the fighter. And he knows some white magic, so if you want like a more, like, you know, offense-oriented white wizard, you have to wait till the second crystal though. And it's just, it's not that good. I don't really like to use them. Arrows just get expensive. The knight, great upgrade to the fighter. You'll probably be using it even now. And I actually am going to be using it even now. The knight has the auto ability to cover. When someone's critical, he'll cover them. Critical as in they're kneeling and their HP is low. Thief, as we learned this playthrough, is awesome. He steals, but stealing is pointless in this game. Like I said, all the stealing tables are like potion, eye drop, and like weak items that use magic. I think one thing you can steal an elixir from, but once again, it's deep in the dungeon, the last dungeon. And he gets a bunch of gear that's just for him, and it's good. And he can open all locked doors, which there's only like 2 sets of in the game. Scholar. He's your bestiary. He knows scan and peep, or scan and search, something like that. And one of them does HP, and the other one does weaknesses, so if you want to put together a bestiary, bust that out. You can also use books, which guys can't use until way later, and books are actually pretty powerful because you can dual wield them and just sort of hit weaknesses with them. Geomancer, interesting take out a mage. Equips bells, but very bad physical attack. Has an MP, completely MP spell charge free thing called basically Geomance. You use the Geo command, and depending on the terrain, you'll do an attack. And they do pretty decent damage, probably a little less than an optimized Black Wizard, but it's free. The only downside is sometimes, I think it's like 1 out of 50, it's very rare, it's not going to happen a lot. It'll backfire and it'll do a little damage to themselves and waste their turn. Dragoon, went over that too. The Boss Slayer. They, heavy armored, can dual-wield spears, which, whew, that's terrifying. They jump, avoid damage, and come back down. You need them for some bosses in the game, especially one called Garuda. They are nifty, and like I said, Boss Slayers, you might even want to use them against Bahamut Leviathan if you're too low level. Turn everyone on Dragoon, have them all jump, can avoid some of those attacks. Viking is sort of an upgrade to the Knight. It's tough, but it doesn't get the cover command, and it has more defense than offense, so basically just a big old tank. And it has very high vitality, so if you put someone on it, they're going to grow HP fast. Karateka, direct better upgrade to the monk. It has the build-up command, which doesn't really work that well, blah blah blah. I've explained that. You go defenseless and it's bad. Just straight upgrade. They use claws though, but after a certain level, just unequip them. M Knight, oh, we went over that. You know what the M Knight does. I've been using him forever. Just basically gets special dark swords that destroy everything that splits. Okay, Conjurer. Ah, the Conjurer. We gotta show all. This is all the final classes we got. These are the ones I'm gonna show off: the Conjurer, the Bard, the Warlock, the Shaman, and the Summoner. First, we're gonna show off the difference between the Conjurer and the Summoner. So Mev's gonna be a Conjurer, and Shep's gonna be a Summoner. See, the Summoner has the little horn. Actually, it's creepy. It's turning like skin color. Ugh. And while we're doing this, we're going to. We'll see what we can do with Viking in terms of stats. There's the Viking again. And, we'll, I'm thinking what to do here. Yeah, show off the Bard finally. Alright, well first we gotta go back into our ship because, ooh, look at the cute little, little sprite for the, oh, there's sprite for the Bard, sprite for the Conjurer with its weird hair tail, and sprite for the Summoner, which looks really fat for some reason. Is this just the robe? Whatever. Carrots. Where are my carrots? Fat chocolate music! Aw, yes. Let's get rid of, all this gear. Get the Morning Stars out. I'm not sure if Thor or the Morning Stars are better. And then the Bard can use the Lamb and a Harp, sure. Boomerang was for the Thief, if you remember. Oh, instead of the Bard, I'll show off, hold on. Instead of the Bard, I'll show off the Geomancer, since you all know I hate the Bard. You'll see the Bard eventually. Jeez, what does the Geomancer sprite look like? Oh, it's like a little gnome or something. It's kind of creepy. Oh, sorry, take. Yeah, sure, bust out some rods. We'll get a nice earth bell for that. Get a Gaia. We don't really need to fully equip everyone to show everything off. Alright, hold on. Now we gotta distribute some fun times. First, the equipment. Nice power up. I swear I got out some scholar hats. Maybe they can't use it, whatever. And equip. Yeah, the Summoner even looks fat in its picture. That's weird. It's like, there's just some tubby guy. That's weird, though. Yep, they can't use the scholar hats. Odd. Just pop out a protect ring, I don't care. Equip, let's see how the... It's either Thor, 40, 80, Morning Stars. It's a mace with a slinky that goes to the... Oh, it's way more powerful, too. It's a mace with a slinky that goes to the end. Viking Helm. I don't think I got armor for him. Nope. But we did get a gauntlet for him. Hooray! You sure I didn't get armor for him? Nope. Oh well. Pop the Geomancer back. I don't think the Geomancer's bells do anything stat-wise. Pop on a rune. Alright, now we're all ready to... Oh, no, we're not ready. Swap. Danny's... Oop. No. Yes. Okay, so... Mev's magic, yeah, Mev's got the super magic. We shall give Bahamut to Mev. And now I gotta look at the magic again, hold up. Odin. Yeah, we're gonna give Leviathan to this one. Leviathan the chap. Maybe you can move the magic around. Alright, good. I have to go back into the bed and heal up. And then we shall show off all the classes. I'll show off the Bard last. And I will show off the Warlock. I'll just show them off, but I won't really use them. They're I'll go over it. They're basically just better white wizards and black wizards, and they're also adorable. At least the shaman is. Alright. No! Oh, ambushed! Oh! I love how the two top characters kind of look the same and the two bottom characters kind of look the same. Alright, so, this is the Conjurer. Instead of summoning full on, first they get less spell charges for summoning, I think. We'll double check that later, but when they summon, all their summons have 3 effects. It can either be a single damaging attack, a buff, or the ultimate attack, which the summoner always gets. So, for example, Ifrit will either, I think, cast Haste on somebody, it will deal fire damage to one enemy, or do its ultimate Hellfire attack, and hit all of that, but it's random. And the lower summons, such as Chocobo, have a chance of completely missing. Bahamut, we'll see what he does. He, I think, can either do his Mega Flare, do like a single attack, or heal everyone? I'm not sure. Now they have the same amount. And now with the Summoner, they always get that same effect. And, okay, it's called Terrain. Like I said, it's free. We'll see who goes first. Terrain. Alright, so yeah, see, boom. Sinkhole. Since we're in a swamp, that's a common one. Leviathan. Alright, if some Leviathan pops up, tidal wave, they're probably dead now. Oh yes, very dead. Tsunami. But yeah, depending on where you are with the Geomancer, he can be super amazing or actually kind of shitty. Caves, he's pretty good. He gets like a avalanche spell. Look at he's bopping around. Look at him. He looks like a weird Final Fantasy elf. But yeah, the Geomancer, I don't really like. It's free. It's a nice idea. I like it more in Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm sorry. Ooh, sandworms. This time we're gonna let the Conjurer do stuff and just have the Summoner fight. Use Terrain again. Might get Sinkhole. Strike first. Up. Morningstar Death. Bahamut. Alright. It says what it's gonna be after. That was red. I think that instant kills an enemy. So that's his weaker attack move, and I don't think it works on bosses. Let me switch it up, actually. Hold up. So we can see Odin's and Leviathan's other things. I gotta get MP, because I have very low MP for the max stuff. And since we saw the Viking, we'll unequip the Viking real quick, and yes, we will switch to the Bard. We'll just keep it in the front row, I don't care if it dies. Harp. Sure, we'll give you a power, it's not gonna do much. Attack for, I don't think the Bard gets any spell charges. Stand by. No, he doesn't. See, they're all 0. Hooray! Slide on the ladder. Alright. Come on, run the enemy, I want to show stuff off. The Bard has... Ooh, I can't even remember because it sucks so bad. It has... Oh my gosh, I've run into an enemy. There we go, jeez. The Bard has... Yeah, okay, we'll try Leviathan now, see if he does a different attack, and we'll just attack with this. The Bard has Scare, Cheer, and Sing, no attack. Sing takes the property of the harp. I think the Lamina Heart causes confusion or stop, I'm not sure. I have never been able to figure out what Scare does. I think it's supposed to make the enemy run away, but I've never seen it happen. And I don't know what cheer does either. We'll use it, see what happens. We'll terrain some more, too. You notice I can't target. See? What did it say? Cured? We're gonna try that again. Okay, let's see what Leviathan does. Oh, see, it's a weak... See the... Oh, he petrified everyone. Stony Glare. Yeah, they changed color, too. So Leviathan's... One of his secondary attacks is Stony Glare. Notice I've cast 2 summon spells, and they haven't done their ultimates yet. So, okay. I've run the monsters so easily before. Alright, we're gonna try... We'll try Leviathan again. We're gonna try Sing again, and this time I'm gonna read what the crap it said. Yes, kill the bard. Sorry, Umbri, I made you the bard. I don't hate you. Somebody's got it. Cured. Maybe you use that on your own person and it has the effect of curing for free. Yay, Sinkhole! Still, that doesn't mean it's good. Also, that's the final harp. Let's see what he does. Oh, he's gonna do Stone Glare again. Stony Glare. Yay! Alright. We'll try Scare. Scary. Actually, let's go in the cave, because there'll be some different terrain in here that I can use, it'll be like cave terrain in here. Ooh, that's one of these guys. This time we're gonna use Odin. And I'll use Cheer. It automatically did it for me. Strike first. Hit it with your stick. Hit it with your bell. Ooh, it paralyzed it. Cool. Odin. Alright, what does Odin do when he's... Oh, it casts Barrier on all of us. So that's one of... Okay, that said roused by the dance, and he flung a fan. What does that mean? Who knows? Scare. Fight. Yeah, the bell can... This is cured against Scare. Wah! Scare the monsters. I don't know. Ooh, that must be Bahamut's, I'm not sure what that is. What is that called? Tempest. Okay, so it seems Bahamut has an attack that it's Rend, it instant kills Tempest, which is like a lesser hit all, and then Mega Flare, which is the hit all. We'll use Cheer again. Roused the party. I still don't know what that means. I think that was Odin's super attack. Yeah, that was... Actually, that might be his... We'll see. But yeah, see, the Conjurer has different attacks, so while it's interesting, and I'm using that in giant quotes, it's too uncontrolled. Like, you can also... Remember, there's options. You're not stuck with the Conjurer. Oh, boy. Well, Bahamut, bring us home, baby. And I guess you can sing and terrain. Oh, brilliant, he sang. Yeah, the bard sucks. Notice he's done, like, no damage. Oh, see, backfired. There, you got to see the backfire. See how it did damage? Alright, never mind, Bahamut's gonna clear the screen. Here we go. That's what Mega Flare looks like. Yeah. And there's zombie dragons, so this hurts. Leviathan, finish him off! Nope, it's just gonna be, Stony... Oh, no, it's gonna be, I guess he has Tempest. Okay, cool. Leviathan, Tempest. Hurrah! So yeah, that be all the classes that we never went over. And really quick, though I'm gonna perfect my party later. This is what the super white wizard looks like. Oh, the shaman, look at how cute she looks. She's like a kitty. She's in a kitty suit. And then the warlock, which is like a darker wizard with poofy pants, and the moon is shining on his head, and he's doing a little dance. But yeah, they get better stat growth, they have more MP, they are better. See, look, 9 of the max. The others have like 2 of the max, so infinitely better. I've pretty much gone over all the jobs now. It's pretty easy. Like I said, just don't use the bard. They great. If you want to use the bard, using Final Fantasy Tactics, Final Fantasy V, they actually do things. You can do stuff with them. Learn. Just don't use it. Just don't use the bard. And yeah, for my actual party, when I go back, I'm going to use I'm going to use all that gear, all that Genji gear I got, and make a really powerful M Knight with like the best swords and armor. So it'll hit really hard. And if we run into splitting enemies, I won't be freaking out. And we're going to use a Knight, just because I want that extra cover defense just in case. And then I'm going to say Shaman and Warlock. The Summoner is good, but I haven't used Black Magic in a while in this playthrough, and I want to show that off. So that's all the classes. The class system in this game is interesting to the other ones because stuff replaces things. Like, there's no real need to use a fighter or a monk. There's so many, like, the Karateka is so much superior to the monk. Same with, once you get the Warlock and the Shaman, there's no reason to use a Black Wizard and a White Wizard unless, you know, there's a challenge. Which, you know, that's cool, you can challenge yourself, but there are more upgrades, similar to Final Fantasy 1, how stuff upgraded, and you never really went back. That's kind of how it is here. It's cool at the end, though. You have a nice pool of usable jobs. Like, you can still use the Thief to steal stuff if you really want to. He's going to be kind of weak, though, but he still has his own gear. You have the M Knight for all your fighting needs. You have the M Knight, which is going to be pretty much a nice mix. The Viking's going to be more defensive. Karateka is going to be, more defensive for the Viking. The Karateka is going to be more offensive with less defense. The Dragoon is your, holy crap, I'm getting my butt kicked, I need to jump out of the way guy, but he's still useful. And the Knight, which is more defensive too, but more defensive for the whole party. And then you have, you know, your mages, Summoner, Warlock, or Shaman. So, it's cool that there's a nice choice, and it's not just like, here's your fighter, here's your mage. So yeah. How they do that, but there you go. It's basically all the classes. I'll see you next time when we finalize our party. See ya.